Hey guys, this is the second time trying to shoot this because the first time, whatever, I don't know, my alarm went off and stuff on my phone, so yeah. Anyway guys, just wanted to get something out real quick. After the big video came out, the MCU ranking, if you've seen all the movies, and you wanna check out the video, go ahead, it's on my channel. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of an update, so I'm gonna be really busy for the next couple weeks, so if you don't see a lot on here, that will be why. In general, I'm just really busy with schoolwork and stuff. In general, my schedule's pretty busy, but, Right, the next couple weeks in particular are really busy, what with Halloween and everything. I've got costumes to deal with, I've got, parties. My friend has a birthday party next weekend, I have a Halloween party the weekend after, so, yeah, there's a lot of, stuff going on with me, so if I don't post as much, that will be why. So, a couple things I'm going to get out in terms of reviews. I know I promised a bunch of MCU reviews in terms of, Unpopular Geek reviews and such, with, like, Thor 1 and 2. I said I'd review Iron Man 1 and 2, I said I'd review Iron Man 3. In terms of that, and in terms of regular reviews for those movies, unpopular or not, I'm very burned out with the MCU right now because I just did the list, and I wanted to get that out because I promised that in August, and I failed. So, I was very busy with the list. I'm a bit burned out right now, and, with that, and with movies in general, with, like, kind of binge watching, I guess I could say. So, in terms of movies I'm hoping to see for the first time, I do have a list, and right now I've been watching, I'm going to at least do the first three, because they're the only ones my dad has seen. I don't know what's going to be on there, but, I have been starting to watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So there's that. So I might drop a review for that, at some point. I'm not sure yet. That's not a promise, but it could happen. So, some other things I want to have on my bucket list. I do want to do a bunch of DC, movies. I want to try to do the Dark Knight trilogy at some point. Should probably finish some of the other older Batman movies, and I want to see some of the Superman movies, especially Superman 2, because I've seen Superman 1 before. So I will, if I have opinions or strong opinions or things I want to talk about or review, I will do that. I can't, again, I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to review everything I watched. I mean, I watched the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy and I didn't review it because, first of all, it's Lord of the Rings. Everybody knows Lord of the Rings. Like, what would I say about Lord of the Rings that hasn't been said already? And second of all, like, I don't even know. It's a very long movies, you know. But, so another thing, I probably won't be buying many movies for the next few months, just because I probably won't be getting any more till Christmas, because pretty much all of my money is going to be going towards, I'm actually going to be, I'll get to that in a minute. It's going to be going towards Nintendo Switch, and I'll get into the gaming stuff in a minute. So, in terms of movies I'd like to review, anything I end up seeing, you know, from the library, whatever, or I end up seeing in the theater, I may speak on. And in terms of, stuff I'd kind of be interested in doing, I'm in a bit of a Star Wars mood, so if I end up doing a Star Wars marathon, I could review those movies. I already reviewed Last Jedi, but, everything else I could review. Because I've been in a bit of a mood to do a Star Wars marathon, maybe ending it off with Solo. Now that that's out, I can probably rent it, because I can't buy it right now. I'd probably rent Solo. But Star Wars marathon, go episodes 1 through 8, Rogue One, and then Solo. Or I'm actually going to watch Rogue One between 3 and 4, because that's where it fits, and I know Solo fits there too, but it doesn't really feel cohesive, but, like, Rogue One works well with that. But anyway, so, if I end up doing that, I might do some more individual reviews and stuff, because I definitely have things to say, like, about the prequels and about some of the movies. The original trilogy, I don't really have a ton to say that hasn't been said, you know what I mean? But, yeah, there's definitely some things I'd be interested to, like, reanalyze and look at and talk about, especially with the prequels and even with Solo and Rogue One and some of the movies. So I'd be interested in doing that. So if I end up deciding Marathon Star Wars, and I will definitely, post about that. Now, moving into the gaming side of things, So I've been doing, I've been saving a little bit of money, and so pretty soon I'm going to be buying another TV. Because if you've noticed, my TV up here is really old, and I will probably hang on to the TV I have now, but I'm going to be getting another one because I want one that will support HDMI, because anything I get from here on out in terms of gaming that's a newer console will probably require HDMI. So I want to get that. Probably won't be getting a Blu-ray player till like after I get the Switch, whenever that is. But in terms of HDMI, I do have DVD. I can watch them on my laptop. But anyway, so getting back to that, I'm not like a person who cares about graphics or HDMI, but that's the only option for a lot of TVs, or a lot of games and stuff. And I don't want to deal with adapters and stuff. I'm just going to, like, CRT adapter. I'm just going to get another TV. It's gonna be a really cheap one, like $60, $70 or Amazon, gonna be like a really cheap TV. I don't really care how like mediocre it is, as long as it's functional. I don't really care that much about it. Cause again, I just use it for gaming. It'd be in my room. It's not like I'm doing it out there. In terms of games I'll be playing, I've been playing a lot of Mega Man lately, as you can see. So in terms of games I'll hopefully be getting in the future, a lot of it's going to depend on what I end up getting for Christmas. I'm really hoping I can push, once I have TV, I can ask for and hopefully get a Super Nintendo Classic, if they're still around, and maybe the X Collection, Mega Man X Collection, and also maybe something like Melee or Double Dash, something along those lines, in terms of Christmas stuff. And I'll be saving for a Switch down the line, and the games I'll probably get for that, Odyssey, Smash Ultimate, and Breath of the Wild, which I already have on Wii U, but, it's one of my favorite games, so I want to have it on Switch as well. In terms of games I already have and gaming projects, I do have a bunch of Wii games I can play. Right now, I've been playing a ton of Mega Man, but in terms of that, I am hoping to finish off in 100% Mario Sunshine. That will happen. I just got a bit sidetracked with that. Hoping to finish off in 100% Super Mario Sunshine, and also I want to do Luigi Galaxy. I want to finish that, and I want to eventually finish, Galaxy 2, do all the green stars and stuff. So I'll probably be doing some 100%ing on Mario games and New Super Mario Bros. Wii as well. So that's probably something I will poke at periodically here and there. I also have some Zelda games that I haven't really played a lot of. I do have an N64, that's on my friend's old one, and I do have Ocarina of Time, which you might see some of that on my channel. I'm thinking of doing a more blind playthrough instead of trying to follow a walkthrough, just kind of exploring and stuff. So I might do that. Like a la Breath of the Wild, just kind of stumble across things. So I might do that more. I might play more of Ocarina of Time at some point, and I have never actually played Twilight Princess at all, ever. And I have the Wii Nintendo Slicks version. It's really funny because it was on the GameCube, it was on the Wii, it was on the Wii U. Like, there's lots of versions of it. There's like their GameCube version, there's the regular Wii version, there's the Nintendo Slicks Wii version, which is what I have. There's like the Wii U version, I don't even know. But anyway, so I have the Wii Nintendo Slicks version, which I will, if I ever decide to play that game, which I probably will, at some point, I'll play that. And I might play more Skyward Sword at some point as well. I do like that one. But anyway, yeah, in terms of that. So, and that's about it in terms of Zelda and some stuff. And I do have a few other games, the budget type games I end up playing. But I'm mostly into Mario, Zelda, Mega Man, etc. So, in terms of that, that should keep me busy until Christmas. I'm sure I'll get something playable for Christmas because I ask for video games a lot. So, the combination Mario, Zelda, Mega Man should keep me busy until Christmas. But if I don't play games as much, it's just because I'm busy or into other projects. And in terms of gaming, some other things I will be hoping to do. In terms of speedrunning, I'm not really too set on it right now because I'm a little bit busy. I'm hoping to learn Sunshine one day and more foreseeable future get back to Nisimbury. I might throw in a 70-star attempt in there occasionally, but otherwise, I haven't had a lot of time on my weekends recently, so there's that. The next thing I want to talk about, moving away from gaming for a bit, is some of the things I've been doing outside of gaming. So, I've been doing more artwork, doodles, sketches, sort of fandom. I spend a lot of time on the internet with fandoms and kind of OCs. I have like an OC notebook and stuff. And I do a lot of that doodling when I'm at school, actually, because with lectures, it helps me to keep my hands busy if somebody's talking or reading or lecturing. That's my opinion. When I don't have notes I need to be taking, I will always doodle. Some people just sit there. It depends on the person, but that's how I am. So, if you would like to follow my Instagram, because I do post a lot of that on Instagram. So my Instagram is Sarah, SARAH, _ Laufeyson, like Loki Laufeyson if you want to look it up. And, so you can probably find it pretty easily. And basically my Instagram has a ton of, like, gaming posts, art, fandom stuff, Marvel stuff. You'll know it's me. You know what I mean? Musicallys, has a bunch of stuff like that. So you'll know it's me. Yeah, you want to follow me on Musically TikTok? It's I believe I am. Yeah, Sarah. It's also Sarah Laufeyson on there, but the little banner name is Mystic Rainbow. So if you want that. And while I'm plugging my social media, my Twitter is, what's my Twitter now? Oh, my Twitter is currently Soraya Spooky because it's Halloween, so Soraya like it is on this site, and Spooky. And if you're having trouble finding my Twitter, you can find it because I retweet a lot. I retweet a lot of Gabby Hanna, a lot of gaming stuff, and I post like Mega Man stuff. My profile picture is of Zero, so from Mega Man. So if you want to find that, there's that. Yeah. So that's about it for my social media plug. In terms of writing, so I absolutely love writing. If I write anything for school that I deem worthy, how do I say this? If I write anything for school that I deem worthy of sharing on the internet, I will read it and share it. So you might have seen my Denial series I was reading and posting on YouTube. I actually wrote those months and months ago, and it's still stuck at number 3. I have had multiple times I've wanted to work on it, but just haven't really known where to take it. So if I ever decide to write more parts of my Denial series, I will get them out. Now, I have a somewhat finished novel-length thing I wrote last year. It's a Cold War Correspondence thing, and I have that written already. So if you guys would be interested in me sharing it, I can read it on YouTube in parts. So moving on to the stuff I'm currently writing, I'm still doing a very long fan fiction series. So if you want to go ahead and read the Loki fan fiction, and I have 2 OCs for that, which you might see on Instagram. If you want to go ahead and read the Loki fan fiction, it is on my blog, which is littledreamergalaxy.blogspot.com. Okay. And some of it's better than others. There's a lot of it. I've kept the series going. I've honestly gotten to a point where I'm more interested in one of my OCs than I am in the canon characters, which is pretty cool. So I'm doing some interesting stuff with it. So 2 things I want to point out about that fanfiction, about my writing in general. A couple things I want to point out before I start sharing writing on this site more on YouTube. So the one thing, first of all, the fanfiction, none of it is, I'm not making any money off this. I don't want lawsuits. I love all this, the characters and stuff, so I'm not... So that's not really where I'm going with this. That's not the issue. But, one thing I really am going to explain is that this series in particular and things I may write in the future are really dark. Some of my fiction, this is the darkest, some of the parts of this fan fiction series are some of the darkest things I've ever written. And it's coming out more in my writing as I'm getting older and going through more stuff. A lot of my stuff comes out in my writing. And I'll get into a little more detail in a minute with the fanfiction. I'm planning to start sharing the fanfiction on this site. I will have to read them. There's a lot of them to go through, so it'll take a while to catch up with that, but I am planning to do that. So, in terms of fanfiction and future projects I may write, I don't know if the Denial series is going to go dark. It could, because there's some stuff I could do with that, if I even continue that series. I have other ideas for series/novel type things, which can get pretty serious. But, the fanfiction series, it starts out pretty light-hearted, but, of course, moves into some pretty dark stuff, and, there's a lot of dark stuff with, character stuff. By the way, I mean, there are spoilers, obviously, if you have not seen any of the Marvel films or don't want to know, don't read it, but, so, basically, a lot of my fiction, I'm going to say, as someone who's dealt with mental health stuff, I'm going to say it's a mental health trigger warning. A lot of my fiction is. So, my, fan fiction has a lot of depression and, stuff going on with it. And, my Cold War novel thing had a character at anorexia, and, there's a lot of that stuff going on with my, stories. They're pretty dark. So, just want to keep that in mind if you are sensitive to depression, suicide stuff, or, anorexia or any of that. Do not listen to my stories on here. Don't read them. Don't do anything. Just putting that out there. Just so you guys know. Anyway, yeah, in terms of other things I might write, there was a novel type thing I was working on a long time ago. It's actually been in the works for me for, this is one of my longest ongoing projects, which I've just taken in so many directions in my mind. It's a thing, it's set on Route 66. Old Route 66 is this town, and, I'm not explaining it very well, but anyway, it's really dark as well, dealing with death and shit, but, it's a thing I was working on, and I haven't written on it in a while, but I'm kind of interested, so anyway, I kind of want to know what you guys would think of that, if I were to post updates. I still need to work on writing it again, so I don't know what you guys would think if I posted drafts or interesting things up online. But anyway, so that's about it in terms of writing. There's not a lot else I need to comment on in terms of content. Same kinds of stuff, Halloween, maybe I'll do some Halloween stuff, I don't really know. So stay tuned. Oh yeah, and the last thing I should probably talk about is music. So I do have a couple kind of vague ideas for parody songs, which I may or may not end up doing, because I did do the parody songs already on my channel. I did the Tony Stark one, and I did the Hella one. Not all of these are MC related, some of them are. Just some different ideas. If you want to see me go back to Google Translate, Google translating things, I don't want to I did rip off Melinda. I'm going to pick up a song that Melinda hasn't done. I can try to do that for you. But one of the things I would like to try to work on is stuff. And I'm actually going to be leaving a lot of the music stuff private for now because I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with it. But in terms of covers, if you guys want to see me cover a Taylor Swift song, you can leave in the comments what that could be, because Taylor Swift is somebody I can sort of sing better than someone like Ariana Grande or Demi Lovato. So if you want to leave that in the comments, a Taylor Swift song you would like to see me cover, and I will consider that. So anyway, that's about it for now. If I make random videos about random stuff, I'm a very random person, so if I don't keep my promises, or if I mess up, or if I do something stupid, I just want you to know that. But anyway, guys, I hope this was informative, and anyway, I hope, you guys will enjoy this and enjoy my content in the future. I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching this video, and like and subscribe, check out my social media, and all that. Bye.